Hello?
Hello. Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, great. My name is Nikki. It's nice to meet you.
I'm David.
Hi.
I'm from Indonesia. Nice to meet you too.
Indonesia. Oh my gosh. Where
Yeah.
where in Indonesia?
Actually, I live in island called Java, and the part of the island is called Central Java. The city name is
Okay.
Semarang. It's near to, if you know or if you ever knew the Borobudur Temple in Yogyakarta, and the
Okay.
island is located next to Bali.
Oh,
Not next to Bali,
seriously. I
beside
I just
Bali.
spent
Yeah.
3 weeks in Indonesia. Okay. So earlier this
So,
year
so
I
where have you
spent
been?
3 weeks in Um, I'm sorry, I think there's a lag in the sound. So I was in Indonesia for 3 weeks in February to March, and I started off in Bali, and I didn't really love Bali. So I went over to Lombok and spent the rest of my time in Lombok.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe a lot of people, a lot of foreigners in Bali nowadays, and some people don't like the vibe. It's too crowd. Yeah,
Y-
I would suggest if
Yeah.
you can go to the east or like East Nusa Tenggara, it's next to Bali, Lombok, and we have one another island. It's called East Nusa Tenggara. They also have a lot of not private beach. It means uh, there's not a lot of people go there.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think that Bali was too oversaturated for me. It was the traffic was terrible and the overpopulation of expats just I wasn't
Hmm.
expecting that. But Lombok was beautiful. Really, really beautiful.
So where have you been when you were in Lombok? Gili Air, Gili Trawangan.
Yeah, I went to all of the Gili Islands. Well, I stayed on Gili Air for a bit and then went to Lombok and then went to Gili Trawangan. But yeah, when I was in Lombok, I was at Salong Belanak and Kuta and a few other places. I don't remember the names.
So which one the best? Which one is the best place in Lombok? I mean, you do snorkeling or you did snorkeling or diving?
Yeah, for sure. I went snorkeling on Gili T and then we visited all three of the islands, well, the other two islands. So that was mind blowing. But Lombok was also a really, really interesting island. Very beautiful.
Did you find any sea turtles
Yeah,
under sea?
yeah. I loved it. And then I got this tattooed, a turtle tattooed, when I
Wow,
returned home to
wonderful.
to Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, it was really
So
amazing. Blew my mind.
it will always remind you about Lombok, yeah, or Indonesia. You can see the turtle.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's amazing.
exactly. Yeah, I think I mean the water life there, the sea life is so abundant and so rich. Like I live in Vietnam and we actually woke up really early this morning and we went you know what a sup board is? Like a standing board where you paddle?
Oh, I see. Like, does it look like canoe? Canoe?
Similar, but it's just
Uh-huh.
like a really sturdy big board that you can stand on.
So
It's a
you cannot
standing
sit
board.
on
So
it.
we did that this morning, and we all went.
Oh,
You can sit on it, but it's like a flat board. It's not a canoe. It kind of looks like a surfboard, but it's really big, and you can stand on it and paddle. So we did that this morning, and we are talking about like how alive the sea is in Indonesia because You can see some sea life in Vietnam, but it's not as abundant as Indonesia.
Oh, I see. Wow, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And which part of
So
Vietnam
what
do
do you
you
do?
live now? Oh, sorry.
I live in
Finish talking.
it's okay, it's the lag. I think there's something wrong with the connection. I don't know what's going on. I live in Da Nang. Da Nang. I used to live in the capital, Hanoi, but then I moved down to Da Nang.
Okay, I got it. Da Nang, you say?
Yeah.
Before you mention that place.
Yep. Yeah. Are you aware of like do you know about Vietnam?
Um, I just there's a movie or film about tourists. You know the tourists. It's called Tourists. So I watched the movie there about a company tourist agency from, if I'm not mistaken, from Europe, part of Europe, and after that they want to expand their market to Vietnam, and they
I
want to take
watched it
over.
too, yeah.
Yeah, the movie inspired me that someday I want to go there. I've never been there. I just went to some part of South Asia like Thailand, Singapore, or Malaysia. The closest one to Indonesia. That's why. Maybe someday I will
Yes.
go. I will travel to Vietnam.
Yeah, I mean it's been home for me for 5 years. I really love it here. But yes, so Da Nang is right next to Hoi An. You know the pretty part of the movie where there's lanterns everywhere? That's
Hmm.
like a 20-minute bike ride, like motorbike ride away from Da Nang. So I live there.
So you can see a lot of rice field
Yes,
surrounded.
yes.
Okay, that's beautiful. Okay.
It is very beautiful. Like it's magical. It's magically beautiful. Really lovely.
So what do you prefer? Live in the city or live in the like village or far from the crowd?
Um, I like a good mix of both. So before I moved to Da Nang, I was living in Hanoi, which is the capital, and that was just a city, like crazy city. But I was there for 4 years, and I just moved so I could be closer to nature. So I feel like I'm in the perfect place. Like Da Nang is a big city, but it kind of reminds me of like Los Angeles. It's like right on the beach, and you just take like a little drive on your motorbike and you're in the countryside. So it's for me it's perfect. There's mountains, the ocean. Like Da Nang is a perfect spot. I think it's a good mix of both. I wouldn't like to live in just like a countryside, but I also don't want to live in just like a big city. I've done it my whole life and I don't want to do that anymore.
All right.
What about
So
you, David?
I live in. I prefer to live in a small city, like what you said. It's not a big city. It's not too crowded, but we still have the facilities, right? Like hospital,
Yeah.
mall, or
Yeah.
grocery shop. The main facilities, yeah, in that we have in our city. But I don't like to live in like um, metropolitan city with a lot of people, with a lot of traffic. That one
Yeah.
make me crazy. Yeah, it make me crazy because I
Yeah,
don't like that
same.
kind of situation. It's too crowded. I love a peaceful place. Yeah, things like that.
Yeah, quite right. Yeah, for sure. So the timer's gonna cut us off soon. Thank you for calling. It was really nice to speak to somebody from Indonesia. You're my first student from Indonesia, or the first person I'm
Okay, my
chatting to
pleasure.
from Indonesia. So that's cool.
Yeah, maybe sometime I want to check your
Cool.
schedule
Well,
and
I hope you have
let's see.
a
Yeah.
lovely day.
Okay. Nice to
Sure.
see you,
Yeah, that
Nikki.
would be
Have a good
great.
day.
Thanks, David. Bye bye. You too. Bye.